What is going on YouTube? This is Brandon here from VGOD, and I'm here to bring you guys another vape trick tutorial on the bow tie split. I was very surprised to look through the comment section of our previous tutorials and see that a couple of you wanted me to do a tutorial on this trick. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys right now. So initially what a bow tie is, and if you don't understand how it works, you're basically taking an O and you're compressing 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock at the same time so that they form a bow tie like this. And the way that these split is these two ends will come together in the middle and fold one more time so that it looks like this. And once they clap, they'll split off vertically like shark bends. As always, before we start, I'll be using my aluminum Pro Mech mod with my stainless Pro Drip, and I'll be dripping on Cubano Black, all by official VGOD. Also, before we get this thing started, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Ryan J, also known as XYOLOSwag420X on Instagram. He's the first person I saw do this trick on camera, and he's a pretty dope dude overall. So check him out on Instagram or here on our YouTube channel for his session video. So setting up this trick, I push my O out for this trick with two hands, mainly because it's easier for me to center it up with my face and just line myself up for it. You can use one hand if you want, but I've found it easier for myself to do this off of a two-hand push. So over the course of some time, I've been able to gather a few factors that come into play while doing this trick, and that could either make or break the bow tie split. So we're gonna talk about those right now, and we'll get a better understanding of it together. Number one is the angle of your O as you're approaching it before the inhale. Number two is the position of your mouth to the O that is in front of you. And number three, the way that you should be inhaling for a bow tie split. Let's talk about the angle of your O and the position of your mouth in relationship to your O for a little bit. If you have a very straight O or a parallel O to your face, it's going to be a little bit harder to grab both ends at the same time. If you tilt your O up just a little bit and give it a slight incline, and you're going to achieve this incline off of the initial push from pushing downward a little bit and then bringing it back up a little to your face. So once you have this inclined O, when you go in to inhale it, you're initially going to grab the top portion first. You're coming in from just a little bit above the center of your O. You're gonna start inhaling, and what'll happen is, since you're at the angle that you are right now, you'll be able to inhale the bottom one because it's slightly in front of your face instead of just under your chin. So having a slight angle on your O while you do the bow tie split makes it easier to grab both ends because they're both in front of your face. If you keep your O flat, then you won't be able to grab both ends evenly, and it'll just poof off and not split at all. Now for the inhale part. Depending on how big you let your O get will determine how much you need to open your mouth to split this O. Initially, when I started doing my first bow tie splits, my inhale sounded more of like a big breath, like a instead of like a shark bend or something. To this day, I still feel like the bigger breath inhales work best on this trick because you need to grab two different ends of the O's and they're in opposite ends. So try using a bigger but tightened breath, so it's going to sound a little bit like instead of. Now, I forgot to mention this in the beginning as a factor that can help make or break this trick, but momentum is very important as well as angles and positioning and inhaling. If you try to cough out a normal O and it doesn't have any speed behind it and you try to bow tie, it's not going to split at its full potential because it's not going fast enough. The reason why a bow tie splits the way it does in bow tie formation and then closes up again to split vertically is because of all the momentum you put behind it for it to split that way. So before you even try to start getting into these more advanced tricks, make sure your O's are pretty up there with the speed. Although the bow tie split is such a fascinating and satisfying trick to nail once you get it down and practice it enough, it's not the most combo friendly trick to do in the middle of a line or during the middle of a video clip because for one, the trick happens so fast that you hardly get time to catch the O. And even if you do catch it, it's very, very small and thin at that point. So as much as it is a banging trick, it is really hard to keep it up and going in a video that you're doing or in a line that you're trying to accomplish. But that was my take on the bow tie split, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say about it, and I hope this helps a lot. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tutorials, events, and so much more. We'll see you guys next time.